Yo, what's going on? So, in this video we got here, I want to just go over, like just like the raw truth of the info space. I mean, I've been in the info space for about 2.5, almost 3 years now, since the time I've been doing info and even scaling up to 600 grand a month, managing different sales teams, putting my hand in different offers, helping other people scale different offers as well. I've been around the block, and there's just a lot of just things in the info space that just go unspoken of. And a lot of people don't bring it up, and I wanted to just shine some light on it. So, like, first thing about like the info space is it has become a opportunity for a lot of the like my generation, like young kids, honestly, to make an amount of money that we honestly, a lot of us couldn't get access to if it wasn't the case, like with social media and then going ahead and selling like any type of offer or anything online. um and with doing that, it's opened up a lot of great doors for people. People have done a lot of great things with their money, and changed a lot of lives as well. But also as well, when there's good, there's bad. When there's light, there's dark. So also as well, there has been a lot of people that have come in and they've done a lot of bad. Like they've taken advantage of other people. They take their money. They don't use it to help anyone else. They just like and don't care what anyone does with their money, but they take their money and they go buy shit that they can barely afford, and it gives us a bad rap because, the whole guru space and how everyone hates gurus, and it's going down the path of, a lot of people, in specific areas, they're fucking renting a apartment that they can barely afford, and then they are paying damn near 3-4 grand a month for a Lamborghini, and they can barely afford that too as well, and it's costing them to sell and scam people out of what they're doing, and it comes with a bad rap. Because I think right now, like, the info space, and not even think, I know it's more so like the wild wild west. Like, there's it's like you don't know what you're getting. You could, for example, do a lot of work, scale someone up, and they not pay you, or you can have people that come in and do scale you up, and they do get paid. But the thing is, in the info space, is it's all reputation. If you ruin your reputation in the info space, or you do some shady shit, you'll get out of there. If and that's whether it's paying your team, that's whether it's you have a shitty product, because it's so easy to just go ahead and create content and then sell a 3K offer. You'll make more money than you probably thought you could. But then as well, like, a lot of people don't see like what's going on in the background. Like, the more chargebacks you get, the more refund requests you get, the more people you'll start having talking bad about you online and just tearing down your image. And that's honestly something that you really don't want. Like, it's something that you really don't want, because I've seen so many people sell info for a couple years and then they can't anymore because their fucking shit is cooked. Like, their shit's fried. And that is like what a lot of people in info don't talk about. Like, I realistically think like the info space is built up of like 80% of just kids that like around my age, anywhere between like 16 to like 24, that we're just kids that are, we want to make money. We have that drive, probably have some insecurities or some ego that we, are using to like push us to make more money. But that also results in us, some of us are, still immature, and, we can't go ahead and, go about business the right way. Some of us like make a lot of money, but we're not business, like a lot of people are like not business savvy. There's been a lot of people that I've worked with in the past, and like, they're great at creating content, but the way that they manage business and hire business, like, and do business, is just not quite the best way. And that's like a lot of things that people just like don't unravel and wrap. Like, there's always going to be also like people just coming in and, not, I wouldn't say ruining the space, but they come in and they give it a bad rap, or they do a lot of bad things. There's a lot of other people, like, I've talked to other people too as well, and they're just like kind of like timid or like scared to do things because like, oh, I wonder like what the space would think. But at the end of the day, like, shit like that doesn't matter. Like, shit like that doesn't matter at all. And then another thing as well, like, just like in the info space alone, like, it's very, like, numbers driven. Like, I do know, like, at the end of the day, for you to like really stand out in this space, you just gotta have results. It's like performance driven. It's like playing a sport, honestly, too, as well. Like, if you cannot perform, you will get pushed out very easily. I know a lot of people are saying like a lot more people are going to info, which is good, but at the end of the day, like, it's not that hard to learn the skills. It's really not. And once you learn the skills, like, you can honestly work with anyone you want to, right? You can work with anyone you want to in this space. I personally don't think like the info space is something to where, people come in and it's like, oh, well, it's only, people that are on the top of the top can, get good clients. Like, it's not really the biggest case, honestly, at all. Simply just because it's like a lot of ways you get opportunities is simply just from, knowing skills, but also as well, like in the info space, you got to be, honestly, at this point, you got to be posting questions. At this point, you literally have to be posting content to get clients, or you just have to have an insane network. Those are the two ways you're going to get clients. Honestly, I just feel like the whole cold outreach thing is just, kind of beyond that. But other than that, like, another big thing that people don't realize in the info space is like a lot of people just like really want to make money, so they end up just copying everybody. And I promise you, like, I've been there before too as well, when it's like you just see someone making a bunch of money and you're just like, all right, we got to copy their funnel, we got to copy their headline, their VSL style, right? And it's like people just don't understand, like, a lot of times if you can just like, there's two like different deciding factors of where how much money you make without the funnels, the emails, like copying all the extra bullshit. It's one, and I would say probably like 1 out of 10, like offer owners or creators or whatever influence have this, and it's honestly like a die-hard audience, right? Like the content they make, they bring in a die-hard audience that no matter what fucking funnel they put up, no matter what the fuck, they add to their shit, they're going to make fucking money no matter what. They could be doing a fucking delayed webinar at fucking 1 a.m. in the morning. They'll still fucking make money because their audience is die hard as fuck, right? They could sell fucking straight to the checkout link in the email and it still works because their audience is die hard as fuck. There's other people where their audience are just like, he's cool, but like, I don't really fuck with bro like that. So you trying to like build your funnel off of that, no wonder why you never make more money than that funnel you copied from. I have never seen anyone, or I have never personally made money off of a funnel, off of someone's funnel or like their marketing strategy, and copied it and made more money than them, simply because it just doesn't work. So that's just one thing. Like, you either need, a super diehard audience, or you're gonna need a fire fucking offer, like, and fire fucking results, and then that way you can get a lot of word of mouth. Because that way, also, if you have a fire fucking offer, you could sell it to anyone, and you can sell it on cold traffic, right? But if you have a fire offer, you can also sell it straight to cold traffic. And everybody knows here, like, if you've been in the info space, if you want to really scale, you got to sell to cold traffic. It's definitely, like, paid ads is definitely the way to go. And if you don't have a good fucking offer, that shit is not going to sell on sales calls. It just won't. It just won't. So having a solid offer is the other way to go too as well. But a lot of that is honestly just like how the info space runs. Like, it's one of the easiest ways and probably one of the best ways to make a lot of money. But also as well, it's just like you got just a lot of immature kids running around, and they'll dirty up the space and they'll split themselves out. It's always been a cycle. Like, new guys come in all the time, then they leave, and then more new guys come in, and then they leave. And then there's only a full set of people that actually stay a while in the info space. And the way they do that is they keep their nose clean, and they also do good. They deliver on the results they say, they deliver on the promises they say, they fulfill on their offers, and you'll be completely fine. Like, those are all the people in the info space that have lasted a long time and make a fucking shit ton of money, are the ones that just do good. And it's fucking funny because it's not hard to do good. It's not hard to get results that you promise on. But you'd be surprised on how many people will just like scrape, scratch, and lie and just do crazy shit just to make a bag. But that's pretty much like, the space in like a high level nutshell of just like what it consists of and what's going on in it. And just like the shit that no one really talks about, right? It's all about just like, I'm making X amount of money a month. My sales team's so dialed in. I have the best this, I got the best that, I got the best this. And then you meet those guys in person and you talk to those guys in person, and the shit they post on social media is just like not the case. Like, for example, like a couple weeks ago, I met a guy that's like, he's always on social media and he's like, this shit's so dialed in, I'm so like locked in. And then you fucking meet him in person and then he's like, yo, you know anyone that can do emails, or you know anyone that can do this? Because this shit is like cooked, bro. So it's like, even guys are afraid to like, it's such like an ego check in the space. Like, people aren't even afraid to be like open and honest about shit. Like, you know, everyone's gonna post about, you know, their insane results. Everyone's gonna post about the money they're making, how their ROAS, all that shit. But then you talk to them in person, and there's always something cooked. There's always something broken about it. So, but I mean, other than that, man, it's a great space to be in. Like I said, as long as you just deliver on results, you keep your nose clean, you'll make as much money as you want. But then there's gonna be the people that fizzle out and phase out simply just because they go about shit the wrong way. But also, like I said, at the end of the day, a lot of the info space are just like younger kids, and you know, you got to learn. You know, the best way to learn your lessons is for the lesson to actually leave some pain behind and hurt. That's how you'll remember it. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and just, you know, I have other videos you can go ahead and check out and watch, or you can shoot me a DM on Instagram and we could chop it up. But other than that, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.